Yachas Yah Yisrael. Hayam and Ethnate Shel Yehuda Tehillah Yahweh, Tehillah Yahweh Ben Yahweh. We will be continuing with part 2 of Yahweh Said We Leaving. Praise Yahweh. Remember, there are requirements that must be met first before the physical exodus can happen. The spiritual exodus must take place first. Because what sense would it make for us to go back to Old Jerusalem, still being Old Jerusalem, when we become New Jerusalem and our physical exodus happens and we return to Old Jerusalem? We will be making it New Jerusalem because we have come back as a new people with a new mind and with a new spirit. Praise Yahweh. Then will they call New Jerusalem the city of Yahweh, as it is written in Ezekiel 48, verse 35. Praise Yahweh. Now, before we go ahead and push forward, you know we have to offer up the praises to our most mighty God, Yahweh, and our most mighty righteous King, Yahweh Ben Yahweh. So if you will, be so obliged to stand up with me. Let's face the east and let's offer up praise to our Father Yahweh. Tefillah, Ave Nu Sabat Shemayim, Yikadar Shemayakar, Tavomaku Teakar, Yer Serizonka, Kiva Shemayim Kain Ba'aretz, Alekum Kainu Tain, Nuhayon, Uslaklanu, Akartienu, Kimo Soul King, Gamananu, Lako Tain Lanu, Veal Tefienu, Lade Disayon, Call Saynu, Minara, Kilakab, Mamlaha, the Givera, the Teferet, Leolame, Olame, Sila. Praise Yahweh. So we will be continuing with Jeremiah or Yirmiyahu, chapter 31, verse 14. And I will satiate the soul of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord Yahweh. For verse 15, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rahel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children because they were not. Verse 16, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, refrain thy voice from weeping and thy eyes from tears, for thy work shall be rewarded, saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, and they shall come again from the land of the enemy. Verse 17, and there is hope in thy end, saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, that thy children shall come again to their own borders. Their own borders. Praise Yahweh. Come on, you know we got to continue. Yirmiyahu, chapter 23, verse 3 through verse 8. Let's get it. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up my shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. Neither, right? Neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And in his days Yehuda shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh, our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord Yahweh Ben Yahweh liveth, which brought up in which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country. What is America called? North America. Then you have South America. But primarily, Yehuda is in what? North America. Also in the west. The western hemisphere of the globe. Right? Now, let's get back to it. But the Lord, Yahweh ben Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Genesis chapter 48, verse 21. In Israel, right? And Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but God, Yahweh, shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of Israel of our fathers. Praise Yahweh. Verse 50 of Genesis chapter 22. Genesis chapter 50, verse 22. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, America, and his father's house. And Joseph lived 110 years. Genesis chapter 50, verse 24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God, Yahweh ben Yahweh, will surely visit you, as he did, right? And bring you out of the land of Egypt, America, unto the land Israel, which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. See, we was never sworn Egypt. We was never sworn Babylon. Yahweh sworn to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same land he sworn to Adam, Israel, the whole northern part of Africa. And yes, our borders is going to double. We're going to get a double portion. But before we can get that double portion, we must first reclaim back our portion. In order to extend the borders, you must first be within the borders to extend it. Praise Yahweh. Genesis chapter 50, verse 26. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him. He was put in a coffin in Egypt. Joshua chapter 24, verse 13, or Yeshua chapter 24, verse 13. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities for which ye built not, and ye dwell in them. And of the vineyards and olive yards which ye plant not, do ye eat. Now, we built the houses in America because it was a rural area before we came here. We built the towns. We built the White House. We built the a lot of the big constructional monumentos here. We dang well dug in the vineyards because we were slaves. We picked the cotton. We planted the food, we gathered the food for massa and all of that stuff. So that cannot be talking about again here in Egypt, America, because we've been without our land for a few hundred years now. So when we go back, it's going to be houses that we did not build, but that we shall inherit. There shall be farmland that we did not plant yet, but we shall inherit. See, it's all about following the rules, all about hitting every requirement before we can get the physical. You must prepare the spiritual first. Because if we went back now, again, if we went back today, and we are not yet at the stages of resembling the same spirit of Yahweh ben Yahweh, there would be the same crack houses, the same whole hotels, and the same low-minded, lackness people that we are here today. Now, some of us are not like that. But you see, it's not about the sum. It's about trying to leaven the whole. So understand, before we can leave physically, our spiritual exodus must begin today. The spirit is what brings in the flesh. The celestial brings in the terrestrial. Not the terrestrial, the celestial. Praise Yahweh. Ooh. That's why it says in John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word. The word, single, is Yud. Yud is the very spiritual essence of Yahweh. And when he made himself flesh, then he comes in the full embodiment. See, again, it's the spirit that brings in the flesh. Because before we had a flesh covering, you did live in the sack of your father's loins. Praise Yahweh. So again, you lived before life. You shall also live after life, to come back into life if you are granted eternal life. Praise Yahweh. I love you, family. This was a great one. I hope you have a wonderful day. Praise Yahweh.